Actually, Florian and Nick played against each. Should we look at the Florian Nick game?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let's take a look at Florian Nick. Florian Nick, because you know what's crazy? Florian beat Nick. Yeah, I know.
Really?
Florian is super
strong,
but I did not expect that. Also, it was a final score of 1 point difference, which was like below the total possible score, so I don't know what happened.
No, but the game was like there was lots of dead stuff on the board.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so we had a pretty. I like the pie that Nick placed because
I was watching like the first few minutes of the stream, of Florian's stream.
Yeah.
And it was quite cool how he seemed to like coming up on the spot with this idea to both M7 and then C7, which I think it's a very good pie for red.
M7 C7.
I mean this idea because now the entire 7th row is like dominated by red. There's no way for white to cut.
And oh yeah, this is nice.
Wait.
So this is something like me and testing QWERTY were like discussing a similar size 6 pie, and like after a while we came up, okay, this is probably good for red. So I was watching and sort of expecting him to do something else, but then he came up with like exactly the same idea. So I was quite impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
on the next move as well. Like when he C3 too, it's like
Right.
It's great.
Yes,
Great coverage, yeah.
he's doing this indirect control, or like he's instead of occupying locations, he's just putting super lots of lines of sight on the critical cutting points.
Even though C3 is again blocking by the neutral, which
for us we would try to put a stone that's not blocked by the neutral, but I guess
yeah. So maybe like C7 could have been, B7. Also C7 is maybe questionable because G11 makes it a bit weak. So that's a minor thing.
G11.
He could have chosen C7, a different spot along the 7th row.
Oh, okay, yeah, exactly.
So B7, and then he could have made a 2 on B2, or...
yeah.
Because there's the possibility...
But I think it was still good for red.
Because Nick plays B6. I was just thinking about B6, like, is it possible to attack it? If C7 is really made weak by G11, then there should be some follow-up attack that punishes that placement, and he tries anyway.
But this to me, can't red just B7 in response to B6?
Yes.
Yeah.
He should have done that.
That's very strong. But
because
yeah.
I saw this this is something, because he seemed to have a very good grasp on certain things, but this 1, 2, 3 idea, I don't know how I call it. Oh, Florian, you're here.
Florian's in?
Hello.
Oh, nice. Hi, Florian.
We're talking about your game.
We're talking about your game.
About my game? Oh. But where are you watching it?
We're just going through the moves on IG Game Center.
Yeah, we're on move 8.
But you are on eGame Center?
That's right.
Okay, where?
I guess, Alec, you're recording, so you don't want to also stream on Discord, or?
Yeah, that's my problem. Maybe someday I'll try it if I get a better computer. I want to get a better computer soon.
I don't see how you can... Oh, okay, I need to go down. Ah, okay, I understand now.
Yes, you can just open the game.
Yes, I mean.
So
it's a bit confusing to keep everyone synced up, so maybe just one of us should be in charge.
As I said, I was really lucky, I guess. Because
I don't think so.
At the moment, I was in big trouble, but I think he missed something.
You think that you were lucky?
Yes, at some point, yeah. Because I think at some point I was really losing.
Who else joined?
I told him the move.
Originat?
Ah, Originat. Okay, cool. So So yeah. Basically, what we were just saying, Florian, is that after b6, you actually can immediately save c7 with b7 because you put a third line of sight on your one stack, which is only attacked by 2.
I could. Oh yeah. I see this with b7. Yes, b7 seems great.
Yeah.
But I don't have in mind this kind of tactical move. It's like when I play, I need to discover everything because I basically don't know anything. But now when you say it, I would say, of course, b7 is really strong.
Yeah,
but I didn't even consider the move.
Right.
I had to play something,
It's so fantastic though, like that, because really you beat Nick, who is definitely one of our toughest players, and on size 8, I think it's even. I don't know where experience comes into play more. I guess in size 8 or size 6. I don't know, but
well, it's because of my experience on territory game probably.
Yeah, maybe because I
think the bigger sizes really rewards like just general territory game experience.
But I didn't play a lot in terms of number of games in general, but on Little Golem I spent a lot of time to analyze just one game. It's like some guys could say, okay, I played 2,000 games of this game, but maybe I played only 50.
Yeah.
But I use maybe 30 hours per game. So.
Yeah. I also really analyze my hex games deeply on Little Golem, so I know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm curious about the suicide move that Nick plays on move 22.
Can we quickly get there, like, so that I have the linear kind of so I don't jump around? So
he played a suicide on c2 or something around there. Yes, but he told me that it was a blunder. He didn't see it.
Oh man!
I mean, for sure.
He told me that it was a blunder because I asked him in the chat, "What the hell is this really deep strategy that I absolutely don't understand?" He told me, "No, it's not a strategy. I just failed."
Oh man!
Yeah. Well, and with the 1 point difference at the end, I feel like that could have been it right there,
But it's not a 1 point difference in the end. There's lots of that stuff.
Yes, I wanted to ask also something in the end. I don't know how. What is the computer counting actually?
The computer.
So the computer is only counting actual stacks on the board, as well as for every empty cell. If you have majority line of sight, then it's counted as your territory.
So actually, do you think this game I won by how much? Maybe 20, maybe more.
Let's look.
Because I can take 11. I can take 11 at the moment. I saw this.
1,
then
2,
you're
3.
Probably 20.
Okay, so 11 is already 22. Okay.
6.
Because I take one of his stacks. So when you take, I think it's 2 points. That's it.
That's right. Yeah.
So if I can take 11, actually, it's 22.
Yeah, you won by a lot.
But also, I would like to know if you go to the ending position, for instance, what the computer is counting D2 and E2, for instance.
D2 and E2, like so
those are counted for red since red has majority line of sight on those.
Okay, so this is already for me. Okay.
D2 and E2. Yes, they're for red for sure.
This is already for me. But D1, for instance, it's for him at the moment.
Yes, you have to capture it.
So that's a 2 point swing.
I can kill. So I need to play until the end. I need to kill D1, to kill A4, A5, to kill all the bottom left also. From until D11. And I can kill also top right, except H1, I guess.
Yeah.
But really, you just need to kill as much as it takes to get you over the edge.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So. Okay.
Who's here?
Misha.
Mia.
Ah, Miha.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
we're
but
just...
to be honest, if I said that I was lucky, it's because at the moment I really believe that I was 100% dead. It's the move 38.
Okay, 38. Let's take a look at move 38, or at first 37.
Okay,
And
37.
not nconoan. Yeah, you
Yeah, it looks
attack...
pretty rough here as
At,
red.
at this moment, when he played 38, he played what he played h10. I think there is a move which is directly winning the game. It's like I could almost resign.
38?
You're
Yeah, honestly, when I was looking at this early stage, I also thought that the game would be over very soon and it would be won by Nick.
Mm-hmm.
To me, there is a move which is completely killing me at the moment, I think.
What, number 38?
instead of H10, you're saying?
Instead of H10, yes. I think there is a move which is killing me, but maybe I didn't analyze deeper, but it's like it seems to be insane.
Can you tell us the move?
That you said.
You keep it a secret, or?
Yeah, can you tell us?
Yes, no, it was just to see if you.
Okay, let's see if we can find the move.
Consider it.
Okay.
See if I'm right or something. Maybe if I tell you, you're just gonna say no, it's stupid. But it was just to see if you gonna have the same idea or not.
Right. Yeah, so when I think about this position,
thinking is that G9 could capture G9 forcibly, but is that really? That doesn't seem like it. So we could play like J12.
That's what H10 is doing, though. I think.
Yeah, that's the point.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't check actually. Yeah, okay. So I would have played what Nick played.
But I think what would be a really good move is just L6 instead, like making 3 lines on G6. Oh, wait, no.
No, because that also doesn't help. Yeah.
That's dead anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately, G6 and also G11 are both dead.
That's true.
Well, I can tell you to just see if you're okay with me or not. But when he played H10, I directly took the middle in H8.
Oh yeah,
true.
Okay? So that it can give me a lot of pressure on the right side and the top side, and I can save my middle also.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if he played a 3 in H7 instead of H10, I cannot get any more the middle, and H2 will be dead also, and all the board is in white, and I'm just dead.
H2 doesn't die immediately.
You still lose G3 once he takes G7, then he takes G3, then he has some more influence on the upper right.
It's certainly still a game, but I agree. H7 looks like a good move. Yeah.
I could never take H8 then. H8 now I cannot go in the middle anymore. It's because my 1 is not doing anything else.
That's true.
H7 is a 3, which will be really strong.
Right.
And H2 will die. It seems to be really sad for red, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. It looks really good.
I thought he gonna play. I thought maybe he gonna play this, and I had absolutely no answers that I would play. Maybe I could take the 1 in G6 and maybe in G3, but it seems to be really bad.
H7, I do like it because it kind of hijacks the neutral to work for you without having to capture it directly. But red doesn't need to die on H2. I mean, there'll be some kind of shield J4 maybe, or I mean, like, definitely red won't just lose the stronghold on the upper right.
By the way, even after I played H8, maybe it was still possible to play H7 for him.
Right. Because you can pinch that 3 stack.
Yes,
that's true. H7 was a pretty critical move there.
Yes, if he can play H7 with a 3, H2 is still under attack, and everything is going well for him. So basically, I didn't I wasn't confident until the moment where I took G6 at move 43.
Yeah.
Then when I played this move, I was starting to think that I'm probably gonna win. But this is only the moment where I thought I was ahead. Before taking G6, I was thinking that I was probably losing.
Because taking G6, then you get G3. Pretty
yes,
fast.
When I could take G6, I would say, okay, now H2 is safe. I can take G3. I can go on the right side, and it seems that my area is bigger than his area. So at this moment, I was confident, but maybe it's not a good analysis. But I was confident only at this moment.
H6 is also in a double attack, right? Because you have also the possibility of capturing L11.
Yes, to take the one. Yes, to take the one on the bottom. So he had to answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty nasty.
Yeah. Still looks kind of possibly equal, like the score says, but I agree. I mean,
it's definitely still a
game.
G6
are strong.
Mm-hmm.
And like also, C6, B6, dead.
Yeah.
But just by looking at the area, I mean, I feel like you could still use B6 and C6 to like. I mean, maybe you could even save them with like C5 or something like that, and then make a 3, and then I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there is multiple things that I didn't realize. First, I used a lot of time. The game was long because of me. I used a lot of time, and in the I was in 30 seconds per move, so it was just insane because I basically don't have any. I don't have any knowledge. So, for instance, at the moment, I didn't see A2 when in move 94 when you play A2.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, I still can get this because I will play A3 and then I will take everything. And I didn't even see coming that when I'm gonna play A3, he can reinforce A1.
Right.
And so I won't take anything. But probably if I knew this, I would not let him play A2, for instance. I would play it directly or something.
Like instead of B6.
I think you need a little knowledge on the edges to know what's going on. If you don't, probably some guys can live in your land doing some weird things that should not work, but
right.
and you're just trapped.
Yeah, definitely. For instance, Esting QWERTY is like a really strong player in general, but he is somewhat lacking in endgame theory, and we recently had few matches where I was behind, but then he kind of messed up his game at the corners, and I was able to get ahead in a situation where I had no right.
Yes.
So yeah, theory is kind of important here.
Yeah. This
coincidentally, it's also a useful tip for playing a game against Esting. Wait for the end game.
Yeah, Nick really has a style where he gets in there no matter what and just tries super hard to live. So that's why the game ends up with all these dead stones.
I can tell you that is also my style.
Yeah.
But
I'm like the guy who is never resigning. I play until the very end, until I cannot do any move.
Yeah.
But I have to say that we seem to have somewhat similar playing styles, Florian, because I wasn't able to watch the whole game, but at several points when I was watching, I had this thought like, oh, okay, here I would do this, and then a few seconds later you would do the move. So
Amazing.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, I cannot say I didn't play enough games. You know, it's like, well, I'm trying to understand the game, but the tournament in MSO teach me a lot of things. I could see many. Well, before MSO, remember that I played only one game.
Yeah.
So before MSO, I didn't know how to play at all. But now I think I have a little idea of what is going on the board.
What's the next tournament game that will be played, guys? Do you guys know?
I don't know.
when is Anton versus Polina happening?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like probably he focused too much on like this edge invasions instead of fighting like in his main territory.
Right.
But
Because I just like keep thinking that it didn't look as bad as it
Turned out.
should have, as it ended up. Yeah.
yeah, like honestly, for the first dozen moves or so, I was fairly sure that Nick would win swiftly.
But it doesn't help that you make a suicidal move. I mean, where was the suicidal move?
Who made the suicidal move? Nick did?
Yeah, C2, move 24. Like,
Oh, I guess I wasn't there.
once you make a
Already.
suicidal move in a tournament game, it's like you're basically handing over the game.
The other thing is like, yeah, that's true. But also, I mean, the more I look at this game, it's like everything seems reasonable. He's just like attacking. But then Florian just has these great defense moves and counterattacks. So I don't know. It's like Nick's playing a lot of reasonable moves, but it's just like not doing anything for him.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I guess in Tumbleweed, the coordination of pieces is just like randomly perfect.
Yeah. It's so difficult.
Probably once we get like genuinely good players, no offense guys, it will be intentionally perfect, but
I know what you mean. Yeah, well, yeah, like we all need to develop that theory together, I think.
I would have probably played white from this position. I believe that it is slightly too bad for red.
Yeah, I think the pie is great for in this position. It's probably a little bit good for whites. Or even, I don't know.
My pie?
Yeah, like I would probably, if I wanted like a very even pie, I would probably move red one space closer to the center.
Nick's pie.
Oh, Nick's pie. Okay.
But
I didn't have any idea about this, you know. I just played.
Obviously, like choosing red is usually safe.
But
Yeah.
Florian, Atari was complimenting how he and Testing QWERTY were like actually coming up with some pie theory, or like kind of analyzing your position at the beginning, and then they independently and you independently came up with the same ideas of M7, C7.
Yes, M7, C7 seems not well. I think M7 is the best move, but then C7 maybe D7. I don't know.
Yeah, he said maybe B7.
Maybe B7. Yes, I played I played C7, but I didn't know if I had to play B7 or C7 or I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe B7. I don't know. But of course, the first mistake is probably when I didn't play the famous B7.
Yeah, exactly. You just got your piece
Yes,
taken for no reason.
B7 seems really strong.
Yeah, exactly. So that actually, Nick firstly made a mistake with B6.
Yes, Yes, B6 is really bad when you know that you need to answer B7.
Yeah.
It seems really bad. And then yes, he's in trouble because now I can reinforce C7 with the 3. I can take B6. Well, I'm in a great shape.
Right. The opening of Tumbleweed actually can be really brutal.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's where really strong players are gonna like come out.
But I guess
like pushing.
It's really still possible, you know, to play some weird moves in the ending and to put many traps and to get someone with leaving grooves where you shouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
So I think you have possibilities until the very end.
Yes, for sure. And I guess also...
Especially when your opponent is low in time. Because I was at the moment I played with 3 seconds.
You're lucky that IGG Game Center didn't have a malfunction in that moment. It's possible. It's happening. Alright guys, I'm logging off, but I recorded actually all this conversation. I don't know how much of it I'll use, but
Thank you guys.